Thanks for watching. I got a lovely real-time edit of this Forsters Tern. Shot this right at sunset. I mean, the sun was just touching the horizon, and it was fun. I had to try and run around just to line up this bird in the setting sun there. And I specifically underexposed it quite a bit. You can see their -1 exposure, one stop of exposure comp is all I needed because the sun wasn't that bright. But I didn't want to expose for the bird itself and blow out that sun. I really wanted to make sure I had some color and detail in the sun as it was touching the horizon there. So I'm just going to go with an offset composition here, make sure I'm somewhat level. And I am going to go lighter. And, interestingly enough, I could actually go with showing some of this bird here. So like you could see some of the details. You can actually see it's a juvenile Forster's Tern. It's got a little bit of the brown, which some of this is lens like flare from the sun, but I can kind of just see a little bit of that brown and just kind of tell by the color pattern. So that's one direction I could go with it, but I think I would prefer to actually just straight up silhouette the bird. So I think that's what I'll do, but I will say I really liked seeing some of the ripples in the sand. I thought that was pretty nice down there, so I'm going to drop a graduated filter on there and try to see if I can recover some of that in there. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. Right, starting to see some of that ripple effect there. I don't really like how light it made it there, but whatever. I'll fix that in Photoshop. So that should do it. I mean, gosh, not much else to do this. I do want to accentuate the color difference. Like, so there's kind of a more pinkish red hue here, and then it starts fading to orange. But again, I'll do that in Photoshop. I do also love that you can see the kind of hole through the bill there, and I'm just gonna make sure I got these the bird really nice and black there. So just lower the shadows, lower the blacks just on the inside there. So that looks pretty good to me. We'll take it into Photoshop now. So just one little distraction, probably like a shell or something that was sitting there. So I'll just put a clone layer on and clone that out real quick and easy. So there we go. Everything else looks really, really nice. Yeah, nice and smooth. All right, so first thing, just going to really blacken the bottom here because I don't think that needs to be visible, but I do like just seeing just the indication of those ripples in there. I also think it's a little bit odd that there's like this dark band across the middle back here. And it's going to be tough to clean up easily, or evenly, is what I'm trying to say there. Without making, bands from where I'm painting with the brush in there. So I'm just trying to really work this light with the opacity, and let's see what that did. Yeah, see that? All right, just kind of evens that tone out just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. All right. Kind of like the red glow there. That's pretty neat. I do want to accentuate that light coming through there, so I'll lighten that. I mean, it doesn't need any more saturation or color. This thing's looking pretty good. It might be interesting if the sand was a little bit warmer in tone, so just a little bit more yellowy orange, like right along this band, to kind of look more like sand than just whatever it is. Just dirt. Because it actually was a nice sandy color. You don't really get to see that. I don't know. That actually looks really odd, so I'm going to ditch it. I'm not liking how that looks. It just doesn't really match the overall color tones of this image. So yeah, let's start accentuating the color differences back here. So a little bit more blue, a little bit more magenta right along the sand line here. So I'm just going to paint some of that in to exaggerate that. Then just going to go straight magenta for around the sun. So we'll just kind of fade some of that in there. And then go a little bit warmer and more orangey for the top edge there, just to kind of give that color its own. There we go. That's looking good. Yeah, so see how I kind of have this nice rainbowish gradient going there? And watch, if I get rid of those 3 layers, that's how it was. So it's still kind of there, but now I accentuate it and kind of enhance that. Gosh, I mean, there's not much else to do on this. Maybe I'll grab this dodge layer and just accentuate this rosy glow on the feathers right here. Right, that's pretty nice. So just using a curves layer that lightens up these areas. Kind of cool that you can see some around the toes there. Yeah, I got nothing else to fix on this one. I think that's pretty cool. So let me get that saved, and then I'll show you the original. I mean, it's not going to be dramatically different here. All I did was kind of really exaggerate the silhouette, show a little bit more detail in the sand that the bird was standing on here. And now that I look at it, I can see this whole thing's crooked too. So here is the total original next to the finished image, right? So not a huge amount of difference there, but definitely an improvement of color, and turn this into a complete silhouette. So straight out of the camera, there's like a little bit of detail I'm seeing there, yet I'm seeing less detail here. And then in the final, I'm seeing more detail in the sand and less detail there, because that's the direction I chose to process it. So that is the final image. Thanks so much for watching. And one last thing, let me straighten this before it drives me completely insane. So we'll just drag this right across there. There we go. That's better. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more how to do this, very detailed stuff, just get in touch with me. RayHennessy.com is the place to find out about my workshops. The online workshops are under the workshop section in the menu, and get in touch and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of it.